IE Fight Night. Tonight, we have 13 fights featuring the finest MMA talent in Southern California. 4 titles are on the line. In the co-main event of the evening, Ragin' Miguel Gil takes on Caden Snow White. And in our main event of the evening, Mitch Hauser goes toe-to-toe against the Berserker, Sarek Shields. For the IE Fight Night middleweight title, tonight's fights are brought to you by IE Fight Nights. They are sanctioned and will be scored by the California Amateur Mixed Martial Arts Organization under the direction of Lead Inspector Gordon Allen. Your judges and referees are George Silva, Glenn Paulson, Jackie Dankin, James Beers, and Franklin Aguirre. The doctor taking care of the fighters this evening is Dr. Joe Altamirano. And your timekeeper, Michelle Beers. And now, fight fans, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's welcome our first fighter as he makes his way into the cage, Roberto EDB Hernandez. Welcome. Here we go.
Are we good?
Yep.
All right. All right, everybody. IE Fight Night Endeavor is starting. We're your boys, Sean and Tristan Cross on the commentary. 4 championship fights going tonight here in Ontario, California at the CPAC Center. Salvador just announced, getting ready to announce the first fighter to the cage will be Roberto Hernandez. Taking on Jesse Larinoff. John, what I like about Roberto Hernandez is that this kid's 0-1, but he's a Muay Thai boxer first and a jiu-jitsu guy, and he's taking on Jesse Larinoff out of Victory MMA.
We've already seen Jesse Larinoff show up one time already here at IE Fight Night from Victory MMA underneath Tony Palafox. Jesse had a very strong showing to come out of the gate in his debut fight. And Roberto Hernandez is 0-1. From what I can remember with Jesse, he liked to stand up too. This feels like it's very much in the wheelhouse of Roberto Hernandez.
And just let everybody know, IE Fight Night Endeavor is what's going on tonight. Sean and Tristan Cross, the commentators for this fine evening. Salvador is our ring announcer.
Please welcome his opponent as he makes his way into the cage, Jesse Larinoff.
I remember this song back in the day. You know the Godzilla soundtrack with P. Diddy?
Way back.
Throwing it way back. But Sean, Victory MMA is stacked heavy on tonight's card.
Yeah, they're heavily featured. You've got Justine Ronas that fights Dana Hernandez later on for the 115 title.
2 title fight opportunities from Victory.
Absolutely, it's a big night for them.
All right, we get ready to set the action. Salvador's our ring announcer here at IE Fight Night Endeavor. James Beers will be our referee for this fight. inspectors checking on the cage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our first bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage with 1 fight on his record. He stands at 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing in officially at 128 pounds, representing Evolution Muay Thai from Ontario, California, Roberto EDB Hernandez. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, a stand-up and wrestling practitioner. He comes to this fight with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. His 1 win coming by way of knockout. He stands at 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in officially at 124.4 pounds. He fights and trains with Victory MMA from Kodiak, Alaska, Jesse Larionov. Referee in charge of the action, James Beers.
All right, here we go, guys. Roberto Hernandez is in the red corner.
This is a big step up for Jesse Larionov, and you got to look too. It's that Roberto Hernandez. For those that don't know, he paid homage right away to the Muay Thai community by doing his little bow.
We will see how everybody feels each other out. Always the first time. Roberto Hernandez transitioning to MMA. His first loss came via submission. So we'll see what he's learned. There's always a kind of learning curve for Muay Thai fighters transitioning over to mixed martial arts.
Absolutely, and the thing too is that he wanted to test his skills because there's more avenues to go for him in mixed martial arts than there is in Muay Thai.
And there's your first leg kick.
Yeah. He whipped that right across the leg.
We will see if that plays a factor here as we go on into this fight. Does the Muay Thai fighter lead with leg kicks or throw them effectively often?
Jesse's trying to land that inside leg kick.
Went for a Superman punch, just missed. Now you see the height difference between Hernandez and Larionov.
But there isn't really much.
It's enough. The reach advantage goes to Hernandez.
That's true. I mean, you can see that.
Spinning back kick. Lucky the hands were up on that.
Now Jesse looks like he's starting to find that distance a little bit.
The wrestler doing what the wrestler does, goes for the takedown. I like it when a wrestler does not telegraph it. When a wrestler is able to like feint and go for the takedown, it's always a beautiful artwork right there.
Yeah, and the thing that he's got his legs pinned underneath him.
Jesse Larionov, after a kind of a stalemate a little bit, filling out process there, Jesse was able to get that takedown, score that. I mean, it could go kind of either way if you look at the scores, but hey, first round in the books here at IE Fight Night Endeavor. It's going down at the CPAC Center in Ontario. We're your boys, Sean and Tristan across the commentators. David Bramlett, Lorenz Larkin, the man, the brainchild is theirs. It's what they do. First fight of many, Sean.
First fight of many, and that was an interesting round right there, too. Because it was a lot of the filling out process. It was a lot of let's gauge the distance. I was surprised a little bit to see that he shot in so early. as he did, and then scored the takedown towards the end.
Again, we will see here in round 2 about how that actually plays into the factor. Because again, you have to be able to cut that distance down, and he was able to get that takedown early. So now, does he have an understanding of what that distance was coming into the round 2? Tries to rush in and eats a solid right-hand jab. Jesse Larinoff eats it. Brushes away Hernandez's front kick.
Both of these guys look very calm right now.
I like what I'm seeing from Jesse Larinoff with the head movement and the feints and trying not to stay center right in front of Hernandez. Because anytime you have that distance and you have to close it, you want to stay off on the angles. You want to stay off on the side because you don't want to go straight in and you eat a shot and then, well, you're looking at these lights.
Make him pay when he does that.
He's telegraphing that head leg, that high leg kick from Roberto Hernandez.
Ooh, Roberto Hernandez clipped him with the left hook.
Because the angles were not there. He was standing straight on and ate that. Rushing in like that with your head down and you're trying to close that distance, you got to stay off on the angle. That access that's right there, you got to just stay off on the side. See, think of a line that's being drawn right between Hernandez, his red shin to the blue shin. Got to stay off on the side.
That overhand right landed a little bit behind the ear on the right-hand side.
See, Jesse Larinoff in the blue corner with the blue tape is one that the minute you get off on that access on the right side, he was able to clip him with that right hand. He's going to need to do more of that in round 3 if he wants this win.
Roberto looking like as if he's starting to find his rhythm in that round. He started to pump off the jab. He started to land a little bit of the hook. So he was doing a little bit more in that round. Be interested to see how Jesse comes out because he wasn't able to get that takedown that he shot in.
I just don't see that Roberto Hernandez did enough to take anything away from Jesse Larinoff by the sheer fact that a lot of the kicks were being blocked. So round 2, much of the first round, I need to see more clean striking. I need to see more level changes from Roberto Hernandez coming into the round 3.
Well, this is the 3rd and final round. It'll be interesting to see if, like you said, that the levels are being changed or if they're addressing to, well, what is working and what is not working. That was a
heavy
hard
kick from Jesse.
There you go, Jesse. Let's put it together now.
Oh, he just missed that count.
There's the shoot. There it is.
That's a power takedown.
There you go.
You get the power takedown, but you don't telegraph it.
Heavy hit, heavy hit. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Settle there.
He threw in a feint, and then he just shot in directly for the takedown.
That's what you have to do for a double. If you telegraph a double, and you're going to lose that 90% of the time. He didn't do that. Trying to pass the guard of Roberto. Instead, he's going to pull down. Are you going for a knee bar?
Belly down, turn it, belly down. You ready to wrestle, turn it.
Sorry about that. We're back here with the action, and these two kids are going to work. You had a heavy right hand that just came across from Robert Hernandez.
So we let that little marinate a little bit. But we're going to go to the judges
sorry,
here.
guys. We just had to take care of something real quick.
Yep. It's always fun and eventful with our bosses here. But, Sean, you got this?
Yep.
All right, I'll be back.
Who are we going to?
Oh, we got Marissa Downs getting ready to come up. And then we got Christopher Hernandez, so you guys stay tuned for that.
All right, folks, so as we get ready to go to the scorecards to see how we have this, it's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing played out because it was a fairly even matchup. Jesse stood up to the task to a guy who has quite an extensive background in Muay Thai fights that a lot of people don't know. So this was a step up for Jesse.
Absolutely, and that third round was action-packed. That was nuts.
They knew those fighters had to bring it. They had to bring their A game for that round.
Absolutely. That's what you want to see, is that kind of round.
Oh, go ahead. All right, guys, so as we're waiting here for the judges to come here, we're going to end up shooting back to Tristan over in the back in just one moment with a special interview, but we're just waiting on the judges here for the scorecards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The judges have returned their cards, and we have a decision. First judge scores the fight 29-28 for Hernandez. Second judge scores the fight 29-28 for Larionov. Third and final judge scores the fight 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the red corner, Roberto EDB Hernandez.
So there we go. We have a split decision win here by Roberto Hernandez. Now we're going to kick it back to Tristan Ducross in the back with Marissa Downs.
At IE Fight Night Endeavor, out there, you just saw one hell of a fight. Stand up for these fighters. I'm back here at IE Fight Night in Denver. I'm Tristan Ducross. I'm here with Marissa Downs. Marissa Downs, you were scheduled to fight. Your fight fell through. Tell me exactly, how do you feel about that?
Obviously, you know, you mentally and physically prepare for a fight like this, and your opponent doesn't show up. It's very frustrating and disappointing. So I just had to go to the gym today and hit the bag a few times to get the frustration out.
And the people that are out there listening to you right now, you were actually went through a horrific accident and stuff like that, and you're standing here today. Just give a little bit of a background about how you're still standing today and what that was like to actually be here today, getting ready for your fight.
A little over a year ago, I had back surgery. I was actually in a wheelchair for 10 weeks, unable to walk, move, do anything. And I had surgery. I had to have a couple epidurals after that to get the nerve pain to go away. And then I just started training again. The Lord crossed my path with my coach, Aaron Miller, and we started training together about 2 to 3 months ago for this fight. And my back feels great. And it's just, I've been completely restored, so it's been awesome.
So there you go. Marissa Downs, IE Fight Night, hopefully April 20th, which will be the next show. We can get you on that card. In the meantime, we also got our 145-pound champ in the building. He was supposed to be scheduled to fight, but again, like Marissa Downs, some issues came up. Our champ, IE Fight Night, 145er. Let's get him in here. Christopher Hernandez. The champ is in the building. Come on, people, let me hear you. Let me hear you. Get loud. This is Christopher Hernandez, our 145-pound champ. Christopher Hernandez, my man, you want to defend that title. You didn't get a fight. Tell me what your thought process is going right now, because I know you want to defend this title. I know you want to get out there and get inside that cage. What's going on right now?
Yeah, man. You know, I have this problem a lot where, you know, guys pull out last minute or whatever, probably because I'm a pretty tall dude for the division. But yeah, dude, I'm here, I'm ready to defend it before I make that next step to pro. So the next one is April 20th. So any takers, man, hit Lorenz up. I'm ready.
145 division seems to be kind of like a sticky point for a lot of 145ers. You're being a little bit taller fighter. Dude, we have a guy named Miguel Gill that's later on in this card. I should get him back here because he took you to the limit, and he was down a category. So we need some fighters to step up. So come on, guys, 145. You want this IE title? Step up. Take it from this man. He's ready for a fight. IE Fight Night. Welcome to IE Fight Night in Denver. I'm Tristan Ducross. Christopher Hernandez, the 145-pound champ. Let him hear it, folks, for your champ. We get 4 tonight, so let's hear it. Stand up. Let's get loud.
Please welcome our next fighter as he makes his way into the cage, Adrian Island Assassin Spinks Lazuli.
So what can you tell us about this fight that's coming up now?
Let's see here. Fight number 2, Adrian Spinks. That was one of the guys that he was 0-3, came over to IE Fight Night, now he's 2-0. We've always talked about the evolution era, that if you want to be successful, you can't be afraid to evolve. You can't be afraid to test yourself to your limit.
Absolutely.
This guy came in and won his first fight at IE Fight Night via submission.
Fantastic.
At that time, I believe he is the guy that was a recipient of a call called the Ninja Choke.
The Ninja Choke.
And then he came back and he won a unanimous decision. Now we are here against a guy named Kevin Gonzalez from Vital Force MMA. Stand-up guy. Great guy, Muay Thai background. He's going to want to look to keep this fight standing and not take it to the mat. Adrian Spinks would love it to get to the ground.
Please welcome his opponent as he makes his way into the cage, Kevin Gonzalez.
crowd's back in the booth with my brother. Sean that had to be fun, a little bit different, speaking to Marissa Downs and that of Christopher Hernandez, our 145 champion. That was definitely, I had fun listening to that. You sure knew how to hype them up, man.
I agree.
I heard, if you didn't hear it, we heard the crowd getting amped out here, cheering on those fighters back there. Honestly, with that door shut, I couldn't hear anything. I was trying to listen to sound and stuff to get ready, so I knew kind of like when I was going to start. But yeah, it was cool to have our 145-pound champ back there kind of go to South.
Our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist. He steps into the cage with a record of 2 wins and 3 losses. 1 coming by way of submission. He stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing officially at 134 pounds, representing Evolution Muay Thai from Fontana, California, Adrian Island Assassin Spinks Lezuli.
Oh, I kind of like the echo. Kind of like.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner. He comes to this fight with no wins and 2 losses on his record, standing at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing officially at 135 pounds. He fights and trains with Vital Force MMA from Chino, California, Kevin Gonzalez.
I'm digging the echo
right?
Your referee in charge of the action, Franklin Aguirre.
Frank Aguirre is the referee. We got Kevin Gonzalez in the blue corner. We have Adrian Speaks in the red corner. See, again, here at IE Fight Night, what we try to bring is guys that are fighting underneath the IE Fight Night banner. Adrian Speaks is 2-0 underneath the IE Fight Night banner. So,
and there's one of my little notes is that Spinks loves his kicks. There was a good kick that was barely blocked by Kevin Gonzalez. Oh, again with a high leg kick.
And you get a leg sweep to the ground by Kevin Gonzalez. Well, we'll see how well Kevin Gonzalez, who is a stand-up fighter first, see how well he kind of adapts here on the ground with Adrian Speaks.
Like I was talking to Calvin a few minutes ago, was that
who is our marketing guy.
The biggest thing that we discuss is always about the evolution of the fighter. Do you evolve as a fighter? You've got Kevin Gonzalez, who's currently 0-2 underneath the IE Fight Night banner. So it's interesting to see how he's going to transition to the next level. And clearly, you saw something a little bit different where he scored a leg sweep takedown.
Because to us here at IE Fight Night, it's all about quality of fights. And just because you're 0-2 doesn't necessarily mean that you're exactly what your record says. Yeah. Because you can come out here and put on a hell of a fight and prove yourself, but your record might say you're 0-2. But, well, look at your opponents that you're facing and then go from there. Oh, Adrian Speaks with a nice little hip kind of roll over here to get into the top position. Now let's see if he can pass Kevin Gonzalez's guard here. Again, being this close, there's not a whole lot of opportunities here for Adrian Speaks to do anything with Kevin Gonzalez stacked up against the cage like that.
No, you almost got to say this spot benefits Kevin Gonzalez right now because there's not a lot of area to work with when it comes to Spinks over in that far side.
And there we go. First round's in the books here at IE Fight Night Endeavor. Kevin Gonzalez, Adrian Speaks. Kevin Gonzalez getting instructions. All right, guys. If you guys are not here at IE Fight Night, I don't know where you guys are, but April 20th, IE Fight Night Melee is the next event. So if you're just tuning in now to IE Fight Night Endeavor and you haven't seen us before, welcome. You're in store for some hell of a good fight. We got 4 title fights. We have probably the fight of the night candidate just by sheer on paper alone. Sarek Shields, Mitch Hauser going later this evening. We're your commentators for this evening, Sean and Tristan Ducross. Sports Warriors. Round 2. Adrian Speaks in the red. Kevin Gonzalez in the blue. That's black trunks for Adrian Speaks and blue trunks for Kevin Gonzalez. Kevin Gonzalez wrestling for a takedown. Not going to get it, so time for some pressure. Gets a cage and a leg sweep down. So here we go. Going to pass into full mount. See what Kevin Gonzalez can do from here.
This is not where Spinks wants.
Nope, definitely not rolling over, but he will able.
I guess I beg to differ.
Switch positions here. See, again, you're looking at a fighter that when we're looking at fighters, Sean, we're looking at progression. Like from the last fight to this fight, like what have they worked on? And clearly Kevin Gonzalez looks like a different fighter from his last fight where he took a couple of shots and just didn't really do much with any kind of position that he ever had in the last fight. So as he continues to work through with Adrian Speaks on top, we'll see how well he can get out from the bottom here.
Spinks is trying to work through that guard. He's trying his best to make do with the situation that he has, and he's trying to get out of Kevin Gonzalez's guard, and it's just not working out exactly according to plan right now.
Either pin his head against the cage and drop some bombs, or pull him away from the cage so he can work.
There you go.
And there we get a stand-up for Frank Aguirre. Immediately wants to get the shoot in for the takedown. All right, round 2 in the books.
That was a good one for Kevin Gonzalez.
Good round for him, absolutely.
Completely different. This is a different Kevin Gonzalez. He's willing to stand or he's willing to take the fight down.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
These grappling exchanges are pretty interesting.
IE Fight Night Endeavor, welcome everybody. This is second fight out of what we were supposed to have. So from here, it only goes up because we got 4 title fights here at IE Fight Night Endeavor. We're here in Ontario, California at the CPAC Center. We'll be here April 20th at the CPAC Center. If you want on the card, get at David Bramlett, Lorenz Larkey. If you want to sponsor the show, you're listening to us, get at Kelvin and get you hooked up. Adrian Speaks ready and willing. Kevin Gonzalez, same way. Third and
This
final
is the
round.
third and final round.
Aw,
They
they
hug
hugged
it
it
out.
out. Like the entourage. Hug it out.
That was a good groin shot. You're just
And-
gonna have to shake it off, shake it about.
Cup check. Stomp it out. Never exactly a good way to get a cup check, especially when it's flesh. Just stomp it out. I never understood that. Like stomp it out. Does that? It doesn't really work. Like seriously, you still feel it.
And that's not a nice way to do to you go from hugging it out, and then the very next thing was a groin shot.
I'm gonna cup check you. Thank you for the hug, but you get a cup check.
All right.
Back to the action here. Adrian Speaks in the red, in the black shorts. Kevin Gonzalez in the blue trunks.
Ooh, that was close.
That was close too.
That was close from
Going-
Spinks.
Kevin Gonzalez though catches that leg. He's trying to go for a single.
Working hard for it. Spinks doing a good job defending right now.
Well, I'm surprised that he hasn't done a leg sweep, which both of his takedowns he's done that.
Yeah, and to great success.
Looking for Adrian Spinks to do some kind of double underhook to get out of here or adjust his position. Because Kevin Gonzalez has that single. He's working through it. As they go across the cage.
Landing those knees on the inside of the thigh, they tend to hurt.
Hey, you can get a Charlie horse.
Or at least a little annoyance.
There you go. Frankie Gary's going to break him.
That was great takedown defense by Spinks.
Ooh, just missed that left.
Swinging wildly.
There he goes. Spinks lands a couple inside leg kicks.
Nothing's being really strung together, though, in terms of the movements. Looks like for Kevin Gonzalez to have good stand-up is really relying heavily on trying to get this fight to the ground to no effect, as this third and final round will come to a close here at IE Fight Night Endeavor.
See, so I had Spinks win in the first round. I had Gonzalez win in the second round. I'd almost say Spinks came back and stole the third round and wins this by a split decision.
I think the big difference was that adjustment he made. He really did a great job on takedown defense in that third round.
Yeah, he didn't let him. Towards the end of the second round is when Spinks started to, I think, kind of gauge the takedown ability from Gonzalez and started to really hold his ground. Did well with the wizard up against the near side of the cage over here. Several times when it was trying to take him down. He did good. The adjustments were there. We'll see how it plays out.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be a split decision in favor of Spinks.
I think Adrian Spinks moves to 3-0 underneath the IE banner.
But it was interesting to see a vastly different Kevin Gonzalez.
Again, that's really what it's all about. Like, you're 0-2. You as a fighter at some point have to look deep inside you. Is this something that you want to do? You have to kind of evolve as a fighter if this is your path. So for Kevin Gonzalez to possibly move to 0-3, Sean, there's still that progression that you saw out of Kevin Gonzalez tonight. But Salvador has a scorecard. Frankie Geary is the referee inside the cage. So we'll go to Salvador here with the official announcement here at IE Fight Night Endeavor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the fight for the winner by unanimous decision. Adrian Island Assassin Spinks. Let's see.
You said split decision. They say unanimous decision.
Thought it was a little bit closer than that, but
Well, I thought that it was a little bit closer in the Jesse Larinoff and the Hernandez fight. I was wrong on that. See, you're the one that has the crystal ball. You should just say with the crystal ball.
well, my crystal ball worked with the winner, just not the exact outcome. But that's why I don't bet. I can tell you who the winner is going to be, but don't ask me to bet.
That's so true. Put money on fights. Not happening. Salvador getting ready to announce the next 2 combatants.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Please welcome our next fighter as he makes his way into the cage, Brandon Dwyer.
All right, so Brandon Dwyer fighting out of victory. We know him from Escondido. This kid has been training for 3.5 years, making his debut in camo, wants and believes that it's his time to become a champion, his time to improve, his time to show the world what he brings to the table. That's Brandon Dwyer.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see what he has to bring to the table and making the transition, I guess you could say, from what you just said about your conversation with Brandon Dwyer. But he's up against a kid named Robert Bazzani.
Don't know much about Mazzani, but I know that he is a striker first. So, coming into this, Brandon Dwyer, easy weight cut, title run on his mind. It starts tonight.
Please welcome his opponent, the Warrior, Robert Bazzani.
See, something about these kids that everybody needs to understand is that when you step inside this cage, you have to figure out what your why is and why you're doing it. And when Robert Dwyer believes that he has a path and it's led him to here, you own it. So here tonight at IA Fight Night Endeavor, both these guys, both these warriors is going to bring the lumber here.
For both events to get inside the cage.
We got a striker versus a ground guy. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu versus striker. Brandon Dwyer in the blue is the Jiu-Jitsu guy. Some confusion on who's in the corner.
Yeah, because I guess Brandon Dwyer is supposed to be in the red corner. But it's backwards right now. Oh, it's backwards? Yeah. Brandon Dwyer in the blue corner. Robert Bazzani in the red corner.
We'll roll with it. It's okay. Nothing like a live show here at IA Fight Night Endeavor. As long as the original winner gets called out, man, I don't care if he's in the red corner or the blue corner.
It's the name that matters the most.
Yes. And like we said earlier, Sean, Tony Palafax, the group out of Victory, heavily represented here tonight. This is fighter number 2 for Victory. Robert Bazzani getting checked out over. Not sure what the stall is going on over there as they're checking them. Oh, that's why. Mouth guard. Can't fight without a mouth guard, folks. You need that to protect your chiclets.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our next bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, a Korean martial artist making his debut. He stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 136 pounds from Dallas, Texas, the Warrior, Robert Bazzani. And And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist also making his debut. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing officially at 135 pounds, representing Victory MMA from Escondido, California, Brandon Dwyer. Referee in charge of the action, James Beers.
Here we go. Blue corner, black and red trunks, Brandon Dwyer. Black trunks, red tape, Robert Banzini. Touch gloves. Filling out process.
Immediately catches the leg kick. Dwyer does. It just muscles him down.
Looks like we might have a grind.
Posture up. He has your leg trapped. It's okay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes.
That's using raw strength right there.
Brandon Dwyer, if he's able to get that left leg out.
Passes the half guard. He can pass into full guard. Robert doing everything he can do to just hold on and avoid the strength of Dwyer.
Hammer fist from Brandon Dwyer. Into full mount.
Dwyer back up to his feet.
Dwyer looking to make a statement in his camo debut. Robert Banzini trying to do everything he possibly can to try to keep this together. Banzini with the double. Let's see what he does with this. You're going to try to pick him up and slam him?
Yes, he is. Oh! But Robert's lucky he didn't get knocked out in a DDT type move right there because his head came within inches of hitting the mat.
I honestly thought that's where we were heading. I thought we were going to get a DDT. Like WWE style right now from Dwyer. But, hey, he was able to get the slam, get the top. We'll see what he can do from here. Brandon Dwyer walked the cage into a triangle. Going for a Kimura in the process.
So close to
wow. What a first round.
Incredible. The
First
fact that he walked the cage, used that into the triangle. All right. I see you.
I told you. Jits guy. That's what it's about right there. Jits guy.
Fellas, I'm surprised he survived that ground and pound.
You and I both. His.
So round 2 is in the books. I mean, round 2 is about to start, but round 1, when I told you that Brandon Dwyer is a jiu-jitsu guy, I was not expecting a wall walk into a triangle. Was not expecting that.
And quite frankly, I didn't expect the ground and pound either.
But Banzini, he survived the first round.
Exactly. The fact that Robert is still standing after that, I give him.
Nope, there it is. Gonna call the fight here at IE Fight Night Endeavor. That's it. Brandon Dwyer will get the victory. And we will go to the scorecards here and get the official decision. Wow, can you believe that, Sean?
That's one heck of a debut.
Brandon Dwyer comes in, claims the victory. I'm interested to see what the official stoppage is.
Me too.
I want to know what the ruling is. Did we get a doctor stoppage? Did we get a I'm not coming off the stool? Ref goes James Beers. Referee checks out Robert Banzini and waves it off.
great performance by Brandon Dwyer.
I don't think anybody really expected that. They didn't know. You never know what you're really going to expect from a debuter. You don't. That was one of the best debut performances I've seen.
That's the thing. Like, you put all the effort, you go, you train. You go in every single day into the gym for 3.5 years. You put in your work ethic, you put in your blood, your sweat, your tears, and this is what you get out of it, bro. You get a complete fighter that has an identity in his debut. You get the victory.
I'm just stunned right now. You don't see it. I can't say it enough. You don't see any better debut than that. That's one of the best debuts outside of one of the other surprising ones was Joey Beatrice. That's one of the other stunning
Who we will
ones.
see here later tonight, but we're going to go to Salvador in the ring with the official announcement.
The referee in charge of the action, James Beers, stops this contest at the end of the first round. All right, now it stops. I know, I just... The fighter in the red corner is unable to answer the bell. The winner by technical knockout, Brandon Dwyer.
So there you go. Unable to answer the bell for Banzini. Brandon Dwyer will get the victory here at IE Fight Night Endeavor. What a debut, Sean. First time here at IE Fight Night, Sean, that we saw a fighter unable to continue, unable to get off the stool, and suffer a TKO finish.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to a lot of opportunities you've had to see fighters and a lot of firsts that leave you, okay, that moment of, that's a good debut. That was a good debut. That was a good debut by Brandon Dwyer. I got to give props on that one. Joey Beatrice in his first fight when he got rocked and came back.
Please welcome our next fighter as he makes his way to the cage, Rupert Blackout Francis.
Bro, Sean, this is a fight that I've been waiting for.
And that's who we're talking about right now. When we first saw Joey got hit and then came back. It was like, whoa, okay, I'm in a fight. Gears switched. He became a completely different animal. Then he got injured, broke his hand, was out for a while.
Dude, but he broke his hand and still got a knockout.
Yes, in his last fight.
Broke his left hand. He told me today. He was like, hey, all I know is my left hand is healed. And I'm going to use that left hand to knock out Francis. So, here we go. Joey Beatrice coming back off of a hand injury. Rupert Francis is a story that I really like. Here's the guy, finally.
please welcome his opponent as he makes his way into the cage, Joey Beatriz.
Joey Beatriz walking to the cage. Ruben Francis is inside the cage. John, this is the first time Rupert, he was able to have a sit-down conversation with his family and tell them that he's passionate about mixed martial arts. They're in the audience for the first time.
Good for him. That's got to be nice to have a family support system coming in right behind you for this fight.
This guy has had a struggle.
And welcome to the cruiserweight division. Like, not the light heavyweight, not the heavyweight division, but the cruiserweight division. You don't see too many fights happening in the cruiserweight division. But here, when you're sectioned by Camo, you're getting the cruiserweight division.
I like the fact that we get two big boys that are stepping inside this cage. Oh, Joey's ready. They are chirping at each other.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Our next bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the cruiserweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He steps into the cage with a record of 1 win, no losses. His 1 win coming by way of knockout. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighing officially at 232 pounds, representing Millennia MMA. Originally from Jamaica, now fighting out of Rancho Cucamonga, California, Rupert Blackout Francis. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, a kickboxing and jiu-jitsu practitioner. He comes to this fight with the perfect record, 2 wins and no losses. Both wins coming by way of knockout. He stands at 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing officially at 229 pounds. He trains with 9-9 Jiu-Jitsu from Lake Elsinore, California, Joey Beatriz. Referee in charge of the action, Franklin Aguirre.
Man, the only thing that's missing is Joe Mora from 9-9 Jiu-Jitsu. That's the only thing I'm missing. You don't see him too often where he's not here in the corner of Joey.
Both of these guys have been talking since they got inside this cage to each other. We will see how this ends. Feints early from Rupert.
Feints early from both.
We get a takedown.